Welcome to the Bear Pit Pod. Wasn't much enthusiasm in that one this week. What a difference a week makes, eh, Craig?
Yeah, I know.
These beers were needed this week.
Yeah, I'm annoyed at myself for being so
So positive.
Last week I was, in hindsight, well, hindsight is wonderful, isn't it? But this time last week I was going nuts with enthusiasm.
This time last week,
You were almost joining me.
Almost. Someone said the question about changing your mind on Hughes, etc. And I said, give it a bit. Just give it a bit.
It's still not.
It's not all on Hughes. Definitely not.
No, it's not. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
So
Newcastle first anyway. It was a good away day, I thought. It was a good trip.
How was your night out? Messy.
Yeah, I shouldn't really say what happened.
It was just messy.
It was just messy.
We'll let people read between the lines.
Yeah.
Use their imagination for that.
Yeah, definitely. Very late night, very expensive night.
It's expensive.
Don't you ask why it's expensive. And then I also got in to watch the Canelo-Golovkin fight as well.
Did you?
Which was a draw. So I wasted my time on that as well at 5 a.m. or whatever it was.
I think I described the Newcastle game as the football ruined the day. Because I also stayed up myself with a few mates.
And then you had to get a train back at half 7
I had
in the
a
morning.
train at 7:50 in the morning from Newcastle, which was delayed by 2 hours, thinking to London till about 1:30.
Oh,
it was just a wash. I ended up in flares as well.
Jesus.
I didn't know that existed still. I thought that chain had long gone. But
Jesus. But yeah, Newcastle.
The game
itself, I think pretty much proved why Mamadou can't be a right back.
It's a shame because I thought he had one of his better games against Man United.
He did. He did.
But he was a bit dozy there, and he keeps swinging back and forth between. Yeah, he's not too bad. He is bad. I suppose the bottom line is he's never been a full back. He's never been a wing back. How long can you continue to risk with that formation? Or rather, him specifically being there, I don't know. It was a weird game, Newcastle. I thought we started very brightly. First 15 minutes, I thought we looked comfortable. I felt we clearly looked the Premiership team. But the second they had an attack or two, our heads dropped a little bit. And then that was kind of it, wasn't it? Yeah. After 15-20 minutes, we were never going to win that game.
I don't know what happened. Connecting much of the dots up front. It was like we got very close to creating things.
Yeah.
And then we just fell apart in the final third. There was no final decisive ball.
Yeah.
Best and worst performers. Obviously, Shaqiri got the goal. It was a great goal.
Yeah.
Good finish.
Yeah.
A little bit of a daisy cutter round Elliott.
It was a great finish, yeah. Very clever.
And then they went and up the other end, and we conceded from a corner. Zonal again comes into question. After we were praised for it a couple of weeks ago against West Brom, this time we're just undone by it. Jamal Lascelles got a run on the defenders and planted one pass to.
I just don't understand it. I mean, I'd like to see the stats to maybe prove my argument, but it just seems daft, doesn't it, when you look at it at face value, zonal marking, just pick the players up.
Yeah,
just
go man for man.
It just seems so obvious.
Man for man, men on posts.
Simple.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I don't know. It was just a strange game, and I should have raised money as well for climbing to that away end.
I thought I sworn several people have told me that they're not allowed to do that anymore. Stick the away fans.
They weren't supposed to. They had a 1-year allowance.
So this time next year we shouldn't be up there.
We shouldn't be up there. We shouldn't have to climb.
All them are in the
Mount St James.
Yeah, it's a mission. But no, I don't mind being up there. I think it's quite a good view. I think it's quite interesting.
Who played Waldo in the Newcastle game?
Butland. Worryingly, it was Butland again. I thought was well. Shaq was good. Scored a great goal. Didn't create too much, but he was neat enough on the ball and he wasn't too wasteful. I'm struggling a little bit. Fletcher was solid again. I'm going to start struggling a bit now.
Yeah,
I don't know. Can you think of anyone else outside of them?
Maybe Zuma.
He was all right.
He was
okay. Not too special. I thought he struggled a bit with long balls. That's it for decent performance generally.
Bad.
Joe Allen, I thought was poor again.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm slipping
like
into an agenda, but I'm really not, because I do value that he's done well for Stoke, but he continues to get skipped past in midfield, and it's frustrating. It keeps happening. Wimmer was average at best, and we'll get onto Bristol City in a minute. But the trend of Wimmer's not the greatest of starts.
The other Craig sneaking out.
Moting was. It's annoying with Moting because him being up front, I originally didn't agree with that. But then he did great against Man United, so how could I argue? But then it was him at his worst being in the up front position. It just didn't happen at all, did it?
No.
Just, God, I know we swore them. We can swear. I forgot.
We can swear.
It's this one up front thing. It just, I don't know. It's how many strikers have we tried? I know in varying formations, but generally, how many strikers have we tried? This is a good point.
I can't remember who raised it on Twitter last night, so sorry for not being able to name check you. In Marqu's 5 seasons, his best striker has been Juve.
Yeah.
He's playing at right wing back.
Yeah, he has.
He's the one who scored the most goals for him.
But you look at the strikers that have been tried in this 3. I can't have to list them off because there's that many. And nobody's ever looked threatening. Really, have they? I can't remember the last time a striker outside of scoring had a good game almost. You know, you come away and say, oh, yeah, held the ball well, he did this, he did that. He didn't score, but he did well. Do you know what I mean? Can you think of a good centre-forward performance we've had outside of scoring a goal?
I'm sure Crouch might have.
Crouch here and there, but do you understand the point?
Yeah, without scoring.
Just because you're up front, it doesn't mean that your sole responsibility is to score goals. You need to contribute as well. But I always think when we've got this lone striker formation, it isolates that lone striker, and they look pretty useless and lost in the formation. It's just frustrating.
So cut off from the rest of the squad.
It's like they're on another island, just on their own, floating about.
And we will come on to the Bristol game in a minute, but
you worry about that.
Crouch was played up top on his own last night away from home, and I've never seen a man more disconnected from the rest of the team.
It just keeps happening time and time and time again.
But the Newcastle game, also Hostler came close to scoring a couple of times.
He did. Now, do you think a few Stokies have said, "Oh, look, good job he sold. He missed them chances, but he played well.
Got into the right positions."
And the old cliche: if you're not in the position, that's when you really need to worry. And I don't buy the kind of notion that he missed 2 good chances. Yeah, he did, but he was there, and I thought his all-round contribution was good. Yeah. And I keep pondering
to Newcastle fans who were more than pleased with his attribution.
They've taken some out of there.
Yeah. Right, that's Newcastle done.
Frustrating.
But
at the time, when that whistle went, we thought maybe just a blip. Let's go and win the League Cup.
Yeah.
That's your link.
That was.
Take it away.
Then it's the Bristol game. Away from home.
Really hurts, this one does.
They made 9 changes from the weekend, so it was pretty much a reserve side.
Bristol C team.
And we've lost 2-0.
Didn't just lose.
We didn't just lose. We got absolutely smashed. We set up with a 3-4-3. We played Wimmer at the back with Zuma, Bruno, Timon on the left. On the right, it was Johnson, Fletcher, and Adam. Adam's start, his first 5 minutes was fucking atrocious. He was giving it away left, right, and centre. Yeah. It could be up there with one of the worst 5 minutes I've seen from one player. Yeah, it was pretty bad. And up front, it was Crouch, Ramadan on the left, and on the right it was Chupo.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said before, Crouch was just isolated away from the rest of the team. Nothing clicked. We were giving it away way too easy, losing the ball. It was absolutely diabolical. And funnily enough, Ange, I can't remember the last name now. Is it Ange Edwards, who's head of the council?
She's on Signal 2.
Yeah, she kept popping on Signal 2. She was giving it. She was giving it some.
Enjoyed listening to her.
But it was just an absolutely awful performance. One that not only you can only blame Marquis so much, but some of the players should hang their heads in shame for that performance because it was not up to standard.
Yeah, a lot of people straight at Hughes and
I'm one of the first to get on Hughes' back, but last night
that team should be beaten.
You see that team line up? That's a strong side, and we could not get any foothold whatsoever in that game. It was diabolical.
What I found unusual is, quickly reverting back to the striker situations, I don't see how you can play sort of Crouch in that role and expect the same sort of clicking, if that makes sense. He's a different type of player, Crouch is, and I don't see how we can play with the same philosophy with such a different type of player in that position. If that makes any sense at all. It's almost like he's playing his formation regardless of who's playing. It doesn't really matter.
Well, on that, Crouch starting up top in that game. Surely this was a game for Berahino.
Oh, I tell you what, I don't know if that's on.
Have we just thrown that 12 million away?
Is that on the agenda, Berahino? Because
I've got it there, Berahino.
I'm officially entered the it's starting to fail phase this now. Not because he's not necessarily performing well, but he's not even playing. How many times have Hughes as someone just been bombed out from nowhere? Like, it's like, well, why aren't they playing all of a sudden?
Well, obviously, probably Haseo Chipo's going to start against Chelsea, I think. Crouch played last night, so is Berahino what, the C choice?
I can only assume so.
Weird.
It's baffling. It's absolutely baffling.
I put a GIF on and someone just throwing money away. I reckon that's what we've done with the 12 million.
I think so. I mean, I kind of appreciate why he's not maybe played a little bit, but at the same time, I think we'll all agree that he's not been given a chance this season, has he?
No, he's had substitute appearances.
I think when he's come, he's looked quite well. I think he looked very good against Arsenal. One of his better performances. I thought he played well against Man United, and that's kind of it.
So maybe that decision that one up front, who's playing up front decision might be on Mark Hughes, because I think that was a Berahino game. I think we needed someone who could work the channels, maybe could drop in a bit and come and pick up a ball with a bit of pace.
Yeah.
When I read Crouch was starting, I was like, what are we doing? This will be bread and butter for Bristol if we're going to lump it up top.
Yeah.
And they can deal with this sort of stuff in the Championship. And we didn't even do that. We didn't even have chances to put it into the box. The only chance we did have is Zuma, I think, hit the bar just before the half. Yeah. And we wouldn't have deserved it if we'd have gone in front then.
It just hurts on so many levels, this one. The performance, obviously the result, and the fact that our season hinges massively on cups, specifically the League Cup. I was reading the OK, as I do.
As you do.
One trophy now in 154 years for Stoke. And somebody put on the message board, considering our size, a club, we're not small for English football. I think we're, a reasonable sized club. Considering the second oldest professional team in world football, how the hell have we only won one major honour in 154 years? How's that happened? There's not many clubs that have won less than us for comparison to size and 62 seasons.
Never mind, Hughes out, Stoke out.
I don't know what I'm getting at. It's just, come on, there's got to be something. You've seen smaller clubs than us get loads. It's just frustrating. I just want to win something to kind of put the cherry on top of this era because it's been great. And I don't know why, I had a feeling we were going to win a cup this year.
Hey, we're still in the FA Cup.
Well, yeah, we are luckily. We're not played in it yet, but we are by default in the FA Cup.
By default.
I just want to win something. I want to go Wembley with my family and just win something with Dad.
Yeah, like even a semi-final, FA Cup semi-final. One of them again would be nice.
It'd be lovely, yeah.
Hey, we do go to Wembley once this season.
We do.
There's your day out.
We won't be winning a cup though, will we?
We won't be winning a cup. We might be lucky to win a game. Tottenham don't do too well there.
I know. But another little worrying trend as well, if you look at our last three exits from cup competitions, generally have been
lower league opposition.
A B Wolves team, certainly reserve Hull team, and then certainly Bristol City B team. I don't know if we need to jump on that trend.
And the last two were at home.
Last two were at home, of course,
which make it worse.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I'd be just so, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like the heart's been ripped out of the season already just because bloody League Cup.
No, I am really disappointed in that. I said last night, as a mid-table team, we're all about the cups, all about a run in those, and to go out of one to a lower league side, made a lot of changes when we put out such a strong team, is unacceptable. It's very poor.
I would have rather beat Bristol than Chelsea.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. 100%.
And I think a lot of Stoke fans
100%. And what Mark Bowen came out before the game, said all our focus on this, not Chelsea.
Well, not all of it, because they didn't put the first 11 out, obviously. Well, maybe 80%.
I'm not taking his quotes and spinning it there, but that was his quote. He said that they're putting all the focus into this ahead of the Chelsea game.
And a hint, a grain of positivity, a little tiny round of applause for Lee Grant there.
Oh, Lee Grant was brilliant. It could have been a cricket score.
I feel bad for Lee Grant. If it wasn't for one of the the
best coming keepers in the world.
Yeah, he thoroughly deserves to start for Stoke, but he must be gutted now. Half his season's gone.
Well, yeah, that was his bread and butter games.
He's got the FA Cup left.
He's got the FA Cup.
You watch us get Man United.
We'll get just someone horrible first round.
And that's that.
Fucked it.
Yeah.
But what was I going to go into? I was going to go into something
negative about it.
No, I think it was something positive.
Right. Lee Grant.
Oh no, it was something negative. Got a stat for you. Go on. We've won away from home twice in 2017.
Quality. Watford and
One was Sunderland.
One was Watford.
The last game of the season, Southampton.
Of course, yeah.
Two games in 2017.
That's nice. I was feeling a bit low now, but that's picked me up. Cheers. That's good to know. That. It's good to know. Oh well.
One other talking point from the game, because we've all seen the goals back. The first one they broke through, hit the post, come back, and it was just a header. Man wasn't being marked. Bit difficult to mark because it come off the post so quickly. But the second one, Kevin Wimmer looked like he was running in mud a little. I mean, we were told by Flav that he was thick, as in body-like. Said he was slow.
Yeah,
he definitely seemed it on that second goal.
He did. It was a really good piece of skill from the Bristol City player, I have to say. Yeah. But nonetheless, what is he? 15 million?
18.
It shouldn't be happening that easily, should it? It shouldn't be happening at all. And he got completely done. And all I can say is, Ryan, come back quick.
That's what I thought. Hopefully he's back this weekend. We need him back for Chelsea. We've got no Zuma.
Of course, yeah. Which I think's a load of bollocks, actually. This mini side thingy bob here, but why on earth Chelsea can loan all these players? So no, you can't play against us. I don't think that should be allowed at all.
That's just a rule.
I know it's a rule. It's just a load of rubbish, though. Anyway, yeah, that's a mini little pay. Yeah, Ryan's got to come back, and I'm already starting to worry with Wimmer. I could be wrong. I might be being premature here, but I hope we don't get another Berahino in Bula, Bojan sort of situation where you buy this player for that sort of money. Because let's face it, he's the one I would drop out the 3 centre backs if all available.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't be dropping a £15 million player, £18 million player, should you? Really? Why are you buying him otherwise? And it's just a bit worrying straight away.
Next point was Mark Hughes. So he really needed that cup, and I think he's added an unnecessary pressure onto himself now. After that, there's going to be a lot of people criticising him, including myself. A lot of people will be criticising his decisions and analysing it a lot more now. I think he should have just... One of the things that struck me as well is when it wasn't going right, he immediately switched, at half-time to 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Which was... Is that just saying, right, our plan isn't working, we'll go to something we're not used to this season? Or is it trying something innovative to up top?
I don't know. Well, he obviously acknowledged the plan wasn't working, but we look just as clueless to that formation. It doesn't look like we've done any
Personally,
work
I might have changed it earlier than that, in the first half.
Would you?
I'd have probably brought Charlie Adam off after the first 5 minutes if it was down to me.
I do. I mean, it happened last season, didn't it, where we kept chopping and changing the formation and players and stuff. I can't be asked to get into that system again where... you have to predict the first 11 and formation every week, and we can't have that. It was a massive problem of last season. It was not having that consistent, solid lineup, and I fear that's the path we might have started jumping down already. I mean, I can think of several positions where you'd probably chop and change this coming Saturday, but you don't want to have that early into the season. You want that consistency. And
Timon didn't have a great game either. Young left back was brought off at half time, and Bruno went out as a left back in the 4.
God, that worked last time, didn't it?
Yeah. I'm not sure what happened there. He looked so bright the round before. Maybe just
away from home, wasn't it? I mean, yeah. I was struggling to read too much into the whole performance because everyone was awful.
Apart from Grant.
Everyone was awful. So you just have to kind of hope it's a one-off. It was just a bad day at the office.
Do you know what?
Move on.
Do you know what? I'm gonna bring in a little bit of positivity, a little bit of a reminder.
Go on.
Well, last week Afellay was back in full training.
Yeah, I saw that.
Let's hope he's back soon.
I saw that. I think he'd be
amazing. Him and Fletcher in the middle. I think he'd be brilliant.
Although I'm really kind of concerned. I can't help but think his injury record. How long is he going to stay fit for? His injury record. Just taking your positivity and twisting it. Yeah. His injury record over the past 5 seasons is absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, it's not great.
It is awful. But yeah, touch wood, he can come in, stay fit because he's a massive, massive asset. Cool head on the ball. Sorry.
No. You destroy my hope. You destroy everyone's hope listening. Really all our viewers, listeners. You just destroy their hope. Great. Yeah. As you do. That's usually me. Next up, a little bit of news from today. Tom Edwards has signed a 4-year deal. Yeah. The young right back. Yeah. I don't think he was fit last night. I think he's got 2 weeks out, or I'd have been playing him.
I should hope not, because Glenn Johnson
was woeful.
Surely this is the long overdue beginning of Glenn Johnson, the end of his Stoke. I mean,
I also watched a bit of Burnley Leeds last night, and Bardsley was brilliant for them.
That's just baffling. And again,
we've said on this podcast it should have been the other way round.
It should have been. We don't know the reality. Maybe no one came in for Johnson. They did for Bardsley, but the frustrating thing about Johnson, I think the first half of his Stoke career was okay. I thought he was decent enough. He's made for the wing back position at his peak, isn't he? That's what he is. He's a wing back. That is definitely his best role because he's a great footballer at his best. Defence is all right, but then you're not going to get that from a true wing back. It's such a shame we couldn't get him at his best to fit into this formation that we're going for now. It's just it feels like that ship sailed slightly for Johnson.
Yeah. I just wish we had strengthened those fullback positions in the window.
We really had nothing, do we? Nothing at all.
We didn't, did we?
No.
Let's get on to the questions. Harry Adley says, would you rather spend 18 million on Wimmer or 18 million on 90 million Freddos?
I'm going to have to say Wimmer because I'd just be fat after that.
Yeah. What would you do with 90 million Freddos?
Sell them for 20p. Make a profit.
Mate, they're already like 50p.
But they're not 10p still.
Mate, you were living in the 90s?
Growing
they
up,
went up from 5 to 10 years ago.
Last time I bought a Freddo, ago. 10p. Alright, I'll sell them for a quid. No, I wouldn't. I don't know what I'd do. Just eat them. I don't know.
Stoke City Socials, which I believe is Rob Davenport, says, do you still believe we can have a solid season, or is it all doom and gloom for you guys?
Despite our pessimism.
Not listening to this pod.
No, despite our pessimism, of course it's not over yet. Who knows? Let you know, as positive as it was last week, I need to kind of be realistic and say we can twist this round. Let's just hope it's a mini blip. And so far, Man United and Arsenal performances are great. I don't think this is the best Chelsea team that's ever come to Stoke. I hear their defence is a tad wobbly. I think we've got the quality to do them. So, yeah, who knows? Who knows?
Ben Trant says, are we going to regret not signing a creative midfielder as Adam Fletcher? Don't really offer anything really going forward, as shown last night. I think Fletcher offers his bits going forward, especially against Manchester United when he's spraying balls out the doof on the right wing. So I'm not going to say that Fletcher can't do that. Adam can do it on his day, but he's coming to the twilight zone of his career.
Yeah,
he was awful last night. And I definitely think we should have better backup than Adam. Maybe that is Afellay.
Maybe.
He's got to be fit.
But then his injury record...
I don't think we should have pinned it all on that.
No.
Maybe Stephen Highland will come back.
God, I forget. He got a 6-month extension, didn't he? You could play Stephen Highland, but he's just a little bit pointless at Stoke, isn't he? Truth be told.
Chris Alt says, why have they not given a shit in the last 2 matches?
Why have they not given a shit in the last 2 matches? I don't know. It's always a question that stumps me because I don't know. You'll have to ask the players that. I don't have a clue. You know what I'm going to say, actually? Having given it 5 seconds of thought, that question, I think it was complacency in both. I think that's what it was. That's what I appeared to see with body language and performance. It was... They felt they were overconfident. After getting a good point against Man United, I thought they were convinced they'd do these comfortably.
Knocked out of us by Newcastle and then just onto an away trip.
Yeah, exactly. Complacency is my answer.
Jack Clowes says, would you rather Hughes look for people based on them being weird or based on their football ability? Shout out Elliot's 5-a-side team.
I don't know what that question
Yeah,
means.
let's ignore that one. I've got no idea what Jack Clowes was on about. Tim Addison says zonal marking. Will we ever get it right? No, never, ever get it right. Mark Matthews, where will we finish this season, do you think?
We seem to be doing better against the better teams.
Yeah. Well, last season we didn't beat anyone in the top 12.
So we've already bettered that.
We've already done that.
If we just get a little bit of consistency with those around us, I'm going to go for 10th.
I'm going to go for a back to 9th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fine, isn't it?
Dan Stevens says, what do you think about the Hughes out clan out in force already? I haven't seen too many of them.
Not really.
I was one of them last season, but I'm not now.
No, I think, like I say, we were heaping praise on him literally 7 days ago.
Yeah, a week ago.
So I'm not even going near Hughes out. It's not worth considering that notion at the moment at all. It's the players that need to take more responsibility. For me, nowhere near it. And even after Chelsea, I'm not going to go near it. We've got Southampton the week after. Then I'll kind of evaluate the situation based on the Southampton result.
Lewis Walliscroft tries to pick up the mood a bit. Best Stoke game you've ever been to? For me, it's 100% Bolton 5-0.
Great question. Mine is annoying. The one I wasn't at, weirdly, I know that doesn't answer the question properly, but Cardiff playoff, League One, the away leg. They had a big screen at the Britannia.
What, a game you weren't at?
Yeah. But it's the best Stoke experience of my life.
This is a Stoke game.
No, I
know,
but
you didn't go to it.
It kind of was though, because we're at the big screen at the Britannia. There must have been 5,000-6,000 at the Brit watching it on the big screen. How many times have I said big screen? There's a big screen, and there's no way we're going to do Cardiff and Indian that day. And then we score. James O'Connor last minute. Ulare's arse in extra time. We needed that. We got us out of that godforsaken division. I wasn't even at it, but
I was there. I was at that game.
Well, yeah.
The lasting memory for that is my dad was telling someone off for smoking on the coach on the way because I was choking. That's my lasting memory of that game. I was right behind the goal, couldn't see a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Conal Martin says Hughes always seems to get all the criticism, but do the players need to take more responsibility when we lose than they are doing? Certainly last night.
There's enough quality there to stay off Hughes' back, definitely.
The players have to take a certain amount of responsibility. Not maybe so as much for the Newcastle performance because we were actually in that game, but last night we were not even close to being in that game.
No.
So they have to take some sort of
they've got to.
Some sort of responsibility. Matt Millwood says, what shall he have for his tea tonight?
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips. You're playing it pretty
Mushy
simple.
peas.
I'm going to say a beef stroganoff.
Beef stroganoff.
Go for a good beef stroganoff.
Has he got time to cook that though?
I don't know.
Or do you think buy one?
Maybe. Rob Horton says, with Craig now being a vegan, is he allowed to eat wafer thin ham? Is this true, Craig? Have you gone vegan?
No. So I like that because you know why? I've not bigged it up for a while. For those that listen, I do another podcast called Great Touch for Big Lads.
Plug.
That's where that was announced.
Right.
That I was vegan. I'm not at all. I had a mini detox. I was eating a lot of Domino's pizza. But I'm back on meat and dairy. So yeah.
So is wafer thin ham a go? No?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
Well, I ate that sort of stuff. Bertie Bear ham, that sort of stuff. It's me.
Bertie Bear?
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, you can't.
Disgusting.
I had it when I was little.
Yes, bloody horrible. But thanks for listening to Great Touch for a Big Lad. Well played. Correct decision. What a podcast, Danny.
Louis Eccleston lastly says Afellay in for Allen if fit. Yes.
I'd go with eventually if he's fully fit, but I've got Cameron ahead of him. When I do my first 11 mini preview, if fit, Cameron will be coming in that midfield.
Cameron,
Jeff.
not Afellay.
Well, when Affelay's fit, different thing, but immediately it's going to be Cameron for me.
Okay.
Instead of Allen.
Okay. Questions done. Best of the week was Lewis with the best Stoke game.
Yeah, probably. I like the tea one as well. I like the non-football.
Yeah, what was for my tea tonight? It was a good one.
Beef stroganoff.
And last up, we've got a preview this weekend. Chelsea.
Yeah.
At home.
I feel quietly confident despite all me being doubt. Yeah, no, I do. I mean, on the evidence we've got so far against decent teams, performed very well. I don't think this Chelsea is the Chelsea of last season. The defence looks a little bit shaky. I think we've got the quality to pick them off.
I've just done a preview previously with Louis from 100% Chelsea, and they're going to have to play Christensen at the back, who's by no means
a name, so to speak. Yeah,
Christensen, Cahill, and Aspelsetter in their back three, which is not their strongest.
It's not. The only evidence I've got to go off is a performance against the top sides. I think we can do it. We've just got to pick ourselves up quickly.
Really could do with bouncing back.
We could do because the league's all of a sudden looking shite, isn't it? If we lose that,
yeah.
I mean, really poor, and it puts a lot of pressure on the Southampton game. But I don't know.
Are we hoping for Ryan back?
Yeah,
we're going to need him back.
100%. If Ryan's fit, he's straight in that team.
No Zuma, so probably a back three of Shawcross, Wimmer, and Bruno.
Yeah.
Left back. Peters,
right back. I don't even want to make that call.
It's going to be Juve.
Probably, you're most going to have to be, I suppose.
Alan Fletcher, Chupo, Shaq, and Hesse. I can't see it being anything else.
I think it will be, but I really am. I don't know. I'm still struggling with Chupo up front. I know he did well against Man United, but he's never played as a striker. Looking back at his career, I don't know.
I'm willing to give him that up front role.
Let's give him one more go
in another home game against the big side, especially getting 2 against United.
Of course, yeah. Maybe it's a bit too harsh.
Willing to give him that.
Yeah.
Score prediction. If I have to ask you,
I think we're going to draw 1-1. I think we'll take the lead, but they'll get a late equaliser. I always like to be quite specific.
You do
with my predictions.
I'm going to go for 2-1 to us.
To the Potters.
I don't know why I'm being this optimistic. This isn't like me.
Yeah,
that score prediction is not me.
Who knows?
Inside it's 2-1 Chelsea, but I'm going to 2-1 Stoke publicly.
We have to do it, yeah. Who knows? I think the Bristol City result, it might galvanise us slightly. Give us a kick up the arse.
Fucking hope so.
Yeah, it can't be any worse. Well, it probably can be. We'll see.
That has been the Bear Pit Pod. Do go leave us a 5-star review on iTunes if you haven't already. We'll read them out next week. I'm going to be on the Coral Kickoff this Saturday, so if you want to watch me reacting to the goals as they go in on a Sky Sports style show, well, it's better than Sky Sports, to be honest. We get more viewers every week. On the True Geordies YouTube channel, I will be there. You will be at the game. So go say hello to Craig if you see him.
Yeah.
Do people see you?
Yeah, occasionally.
Yeah, do you get spotted?
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I can't remember.
It is strange. It's very strange.
Can be playing.
And yeah, that has been the Bear Pit Pod. iTunes, SoundCloud, Acast, wherever it is. Like it, comment,
Google
share, Google it.
Google
Why
it?
Google it? But yeah, Google it, tweet it,
share it,
text it to your nan, all of that good stuff. We'll see you next week.